This is 3 News Daily.
Hello everyone, welcome back to 3 News Daily. I'm Stephanie Haney here on this Monday, January 30th with the stories that you need to know in Northeast Ohio. And we start today with a tragic story about one of the twin boys at the center of a statewide Amber Alert last month. Police confirmed that 6-month-old Ky'air Thomas died around midnight Saturday night after Columbus police responded to reports of a baby not breathing. In December, Ky'air and his brother Kason were kidnapped when their mother left them in a running car and it was stolen. Both babies were later found safe. Police are now investigating the death of Ky'air and will perform an autopsy today. Now here in downtown Cleveland, a missing man's body was found in the water at North Coast Harbor near the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner's Office has identified the man as 31-year-old Abdul Al-Anazi from Saudi Arabia. He was reported missing after going out with his friends Thursday night. Cleveland police say he went to the East 9th Street Pier around 2:30 in the morning to look at the water and was reportedly intoxicated. And then they say he was separated from the group when the rest of them left the area. At this time, police don't suspect foul play. And we continue our coverage now on the death of Tyree Nichols. The video of his beating that led to his death at the hands of Memphis police officers was released Friday night. Since then, we've learned the Scorpion unit that employed the officers charged in his death has been shut down and a 6th officer has been fired in connection to his death. Communities in Memphis and nationwide are now crying out for change.
I feel sad for the loss of a young life. I feel sad for the disruption that's going to come to the families of those who were responsible. I feel sad for this community. The hurt is deep, it's palpable.
Reverend Al Sharpton will give the eulogy at Tyree's funeral on Wednesday morning. That's being held at the Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis, and it starts at 10:30 a.m. Now here in Cleveland, a large crowd, including activist groups from across Northeast Ohio and families touched by police shootings, gathered downtown last night. Our Emma Henderson was there and brings us that story.
This is the cry of a freedom fighter, and I'm not tired to stop, but I am tired.
This was a national call for all mothers, when Tyree Nichols, was calling for his mother. It was a national call around the nation for those who have lost their loved ones. I lost my loved one, Angelo Miller, in 2007.
Alicia Kirkman's son, Angelo Miller, was shot and killed by a police officer in 2007.
I am the voice for the voiceless.
It was just important for me to come out, and share a little bit of my story and support the family in Memphis. And, you were just tired.
Emmanuel Franklin's son, Desmond Franklin, was shot and killed by an off-duty police officer 3 years ago.
What are we, target practice?
With this being one of many messages they hope to send.
That he was a human being, that he deserved due process. His life mattered, and he should have not succumbed to what happened to him.
And if a father who lost his son could share a message with Nichols' family, this is what Emmanuel Franklin would say.
I know your pain. I'm with you. My prayers are with you. There's a lot of love here in Cleveland for y'all. And, it's going to be a long road. It's going to be hard. But, just know that there's other families out here that's standing by your side and praying for you.
We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will.
Certainly a group no one wants to be a part of. Very powerful words from those people touched by this kind of thing. Emma Henderson, thank you for bringing us that story. Now, a bus carrying the Baldwin Wallace swim team was hit over the weekend by a stolen car trying to get away from police. We've learned that the stolen car was being driven by a 16-year-old male acting as a getaway car for a 15-year-old female. Fairview Park police learned the 15-year-old was trying to escape house arrest and broke off an ankle monitor. When officers spotted the car on Interstate 480 near Jennings Road, the driver sped off, eventually hitting the swim team's bus and crashing it into a retaining wall. Thankfully, no one on the bus was hurt, and the teens are now in custody. Now we celebrate a legacy. You just heard a familiar sound to all Cleveland baseball lovers. We are sad to report this afternoon that John Adams has passed away at 71 years old. He was a familiar face drumming at his first game at Cleveland Municipal Stadium on August 24th, 1973, and continued to show his support over the past 50 years, banging his drum through 11 playoff series and 3 World Series. Last season, Adams was inducted into the Guardians Hall of Fame, and a bronzed drum and his bleacher seat have been moved to Heritage Park in his honor. And that brings us to our question of the day today. In honor of his legacy, we want to know, what is your favorite memory of John Adams at Progressive Field? Post your comment on the WKYC Facebook page and in the 3 What's New Facebook group, and we'll talk about it during What's New at 4 o'clock. Now let's switch gears here and let's talk about your money, because gas prices are going back up and you might be wondering what is driving that price hike on fuel. So NBC's George Solis has the details for us.
In an unexpected twist, pump prices are soaring nationwide this winter. Drivers are once again fuming over more expensive fuel.
Gas prices going up don't alarm me as much as food prices going up.
Inflation cooled in December to 6.5%, signaling some relief as prices of some goods are going down. Yet the average for a gallon of regular currently hovering at around $3.50, surging nearly 10 cents from a week ago and 40 cents from last month. Winter traditionally sees lower gas prices because of less drivers on the roads, but an unusually mild winter season means the demand is high, putting a strain on supply. Experts laying blame on refinery troubles and booming oil prices.
And the question is, where's the supply going to come from? And there's just not that many places around the world where lots of additional supply can come quickly. U.S. oil production is going to grow, but shale is not growing at the rate it was before.
Colorado is among one of 10 states seeing some of the steepest week-to-week increases. The Centennial State left at a standstill after their sole refinery, run by Suncor Energy, was paralyzed by extreme cold weather last December and subsequent fires that caused extensive damage at the facility. And with China easing COVID-19 restrictions, worldwide demand is expected to skyrocket, combined with the Biden administration not willing to tap further into the petroleum reserve. Oil prices could climb to the $100 a barrel mark. But experts say drivers could see some relief soon.
U.S. refining capacity is set to go up this year. In addition, there are new refineries coming online in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East.
Definitely some developments to keep an eye on. All right, now let's talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because it has big plans for 2023. That includes expanding their immersive Beatles exhibit, Get Back to Let It Be, honoring rock and roll pioneers with a new exhibit, and over the summer, revamping Rapper's Delight to celebrate Black Music Month and the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. The Rock Hall is also partnering with Google Arts and Culture to take some exhibits here in Cleveland and offer them worldwide online. This week, they're expected to announce the nominees for the Rock Hall class of 2023, which is something we always love to see when that comes out. Now, before we go, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles are headed to the Super Bowl on February 12th, but Cleveland sports fans still have a reason to root for both of these teams. Travis and Jason Kelce are brothers from Cleveland Heights, and they'll face off during the big game. So how does the Chiefs' Travis Kelce feel about facing off with his brother on the Eagles? Let's ask him.
Cool scenario to be in, you know. My mom can't lose. I'll just leave it at that. It's going to be an amazing feeling playing against him, and you know, obviously I respect everybody over there in the Eagles organization. And
nice to see that Mama Kelce will be able to watch just one game to see her guys playing on Super Bowl Sunday. That'll be a good one. Make sure we have those updates for you as that comes along. Thanks for being with us on today's edition of 3 News Daily. We'll see you back tomorrow with more of your top stories from WKYC.com.